Hey there, welcome to my channel. Now, this is something that is not really doll related or anything, but it is something that I've been asked to do a few different times, either here or on TikTok or on Instagram even. And that is to give a tattoo tour. And like, while I don't have as many tattoos as I want, I definitely have more than I had a couple years ago. And I did a lot of them myself. But just for funsies, I'm going to show you all of my tattoos and talk about like a bit of like when I got them or why I got them. If you've seen the tattoo tour, it's that. But first I have to just quickly change into a top where you can see my tattoos. And also don't pay attention to the chaos back there because it needs a big clean. We can start with like my first tattoos and like work our way through the chain. I only have one of my first tattoos because the other one has been covered. But my first tattoo was when I was 18 and I got a small line work tattoo done on each wrist for my parents. One was a crow and then one was my phone. One was a crow and then one is, I love starting out this with like a cultural appropriation moment, but it's a Buddha, and that's because my stepdad, like my dad used to call me Little Buddha when I was being a bratty teenager, which again. So now I have a little Buddha on my wrist, and not only do I have that, but I also like was 18, so I was like, let me just put them facing so I can see them, which is so, like, yeah, cool. If you're gonna have a couple tattoos, I get it. But in my instance where I'm like building like a patchwork sleeve and it's just like looking down at these like upside down pieces that I had to cover. So yeah, this is the little Buddha. I'm trying to like make it so my wrist is straight. Like that. Okay. That's him. She's pretty light, but you know, it'll make it easier to cover. Okay, my next tattoo after that was my feather. Yes, I was 19 when I got this feather, and it's very millennial, okay? So this is the feather. It's just black work. I think the position of it is cute, and it's held up. Like, I've gained weight, lost weight. It's always still been in like kind of a nice, okay looking position, so I'm not mad about that. When I got it, I was ill with an eating disorder, and I thought it was a symbol of lightness, but you know, now it's like a symbol of recovery for me. And it has looked great at every size I've ever been. So like, I feel like it is like a cheerleader for me in that way. But later that summer, that was my 19th birthday. So March, when I was 19, I'm not gonna figure out the year. And then I got this. This was a local studio that doesn't exist anymore that I really liked, did their Friday the 13th stuff. And they used to, Friday the 13th tattoos used to be flash tattoos for $13, which is like, could never happen now, I think. But it's just a little swallow. He's like behind my ear, which I hope you can see him. But he like kind of goes just up onto my skull a bit. That was a little spicy. I did get to pick the colors. It's aged pretty well. Again, these are like very old tattoos now. And there's not a meaning to this one. It was a $13 tattoo. I went and got a matching one with a friend of mine. We don't talk anymore, so there's that. But like, tattoo number 3 didn't have a meaning. It cost $13. And it was just, it was fun. I thought it was cute. And it was like back where it was like I was putting tattoos in places where I could cover them pretty easily if I wanted to. Like, I know wrists are like harder, but like if you wear a bracelet or a long sleeve, it's covered. After that, I didn't get a tattoo until my honeymoon. One thing we did on our honeymoon was we went and got tattoos, not matching tattoos, but we just went and got tattoos on like the second last day. And I got like a giant Highland cow. Keep in mind, the flowers on the outside of the cow, the black and white flowers, are an addition. They're not from this tattoo, okay? My daughter has told me that she didn't realize it was a cow because she thought this was eyes, mouth and didn't understand that this is the nose. Like ears, antlers, and then it had this like geometric thing, and it's in water, like a watercolor style tattoo. I was really into that. It's huge. This was like a 4-hour sitting, and it swole up like this. Like, it was like a rough time. My motivation for a cows, I just freaking love cows, and I still love cows, especially the emo cows, which is like the Highland Scottish cows. I love them, and he lives on my leg. So that was definitely my biggest tattoo. I think that's still my biggest tattoo. Like, I have a bunch of small ones, but following that, I got this piece. This is a solar system. It's, again, watercolored. Like, I really was into the watercolor for a bit. So it's follows my collarbone. So there's a sun. This is a sun. That's what that rainbow circle is. It's a sun. And then there's all the planets. There's no Pluto. I've really debated on putting Pluto for like my millennial heart, but like in the end I was like, I kind of like where it stops now anyways. So this one is held up really nicely. And like the funny story of this one is I actually had it booked in with a different studio. And they called to confirm, and I showed up, and then the artist was not even there. She had like called in sick that day, but they called to confirm, and then when I sat there for like 10 minutes, and the artist was not there, and they were like, well, you could rebook it for another day. And I'm like, or you could just give me my deposit back, because I had to book this like 4 months in advance. Like, there's no way. So he did give me my deposit back, and then I immediately went to the same place that did the cow was, I wish I could remember the studio name. It's like Eyes of the Wild. I don't know if that was at Golden something. I don't remember. But they had walk-ins, and it's where I'd gotten my thigh one, and it was great. So I went there and paid half of what the other place quoted me, and I really liked it. So the cow and this one and my next one are all from the same studio. And they were all done basically right before we moved to Ottawa and then while we lived in Ottawa. The next one I got done, I'm like just looking, I'm trying to remember all of them. The next one I got done was this rose. So don't look at the other ones. This rose, I got it done for my grandma after she passed. Her name was Rose. My name is Rose. It's like a whole thing. But, again, it's kind of like following slightly watercolor, slightly geometric. Like, I definitely, like, that was definitely my vibe. I was sure I was going to stick with watercolor tattoos, but, yeah, at that point I started doing my own tattoos. But, like, obviously I practiced on, like, did the second skins and all of that first, and then I moved on to doing my own tattoos. From here on, in this video at least, it's all going to be tattoos I did. And hopefully you can see them improve as we go along, because the first one... Okay, so the first tattoo I did on myself was... I have to find it. Okay, I'm gonna have to stand up. This lollipop. Now, I know you're saying, that doesn't look too bad. Actually, you might not be saying that. It's not great. This lollipop, the first time I did it, it was like... I don't know how to explain it. It was like fuzzy. Like, it wasn't blown out. I didn't blow it out, but I definitely overworked the skin. Like, it got so shiny because I was so worried about making sure the color was packed on. And up until this point, I had only gotten to practice on second skins. And it's a lot harder to color pack on second skin, like fake rubbery skins. So when I did this one, I like overkilled it. And I did end up losing a bunch of the color. Like, it's not bold. It's just like a year and a half old or something. Like, it should not be this light, but it is this light. But I did go, like 3 months after, I did go back over the lines so it looks more like shadow. But yeah, definitely not my my best work, but it was my first work on people's skin, so. And it's like baby's first tattoo. It was kind of cute. Like, I wasn't mad at it for like a first attempt, especially because when you tattoo yourself, like especially on your arm or something, you can't use your second hand to, like, you have to stretch the skin and do it. But you can't do that, so you have to like stretch it with the hand you're tattooing with it's like really difficult, so. Yeah. Oh my gosh, how do I even remember the order that these went in? I'm not sure of the exact order of these. Because for a little while it was like one every 2 or 3 weeks, basically. My next one on myself was like a black and white leg piece. And it was, wow, I really have to back up. It was this moth. So you can kind of see it. I'm still pretty happy with it, and at the time of doing it, I was so pleased with how it came out. I'm still like not mad at it at all. It still looks great. It didn't, it's not like blown out. The lines look nice. The shading was done with stipple, which is not my favorite anymore, but it's not bad. Shortly after that, I did this moth. So, because I wanted them to match. They're obviously not the same moth and they're different sizes, but they're like roughly, I didn't want to do like exactly symmetrical. That's not my vibe, but you know, got my 2 little moths. They're super cute. Why moths? I love moths. I love I don't love winged insects, but I love like butterflies, moths, bats. I love all that kind of stuff. There's gonna become a theme for my legs. The theming for my legs is very like botanical flora and fauna, black and gray minus that freaking cow that takes up like half of my leg, but so he's not black and white, but everything else is going to be black and white. So also on that note, right after I finished the legs, like the moths, I added these flowers, so all down this side, because there's going to be more added, but it's to like kind of blend out some black and gray, and like the line weight is very different. Like this is such a big liner. This guy used like I don't know, probably like a 14 liner. It's so thick. So, but I did all the little flowers and I did them with like a 7 or a 9 liner. We'll try and remember the order I did these in, but we're kind of on, this sleeve is going to be all color. This one eventually is going to be all black and white, but I can't do this one myself because I'm right-handed. That's why there's nothing over here, unless I figure out how to be ambidextrous. I think this was probably one of my next ones, which again, like I really know how to pick the spots. But this is Delirium she's originally from the Sandman stories, like the Sandman series by Neil Gaiman. But I had like a kid's book version when I was a child called The Little Endless Storybook, and this is Delirium, like ghost. Okay, so this one, I was inspired by like a drawing I saw, but the drawing I saw was like, it was different. It was like a raincoat and boots ghost and flowery sheets. But I was like, cute, but I'm gonna put mine in like a little jacket with like a collar. And then now I'm like, why have I done this? But I was like, I'm gonna make the dress pink because that's cute. And it is cute, except for now her head's not pink. And I forgot for a minute that the sheet was supposed to like she's a sheet, right? She's the ghost. But now she's like an egg. And I kind of love her anyways. She's just like my little egg lady. She's cute. And she's in such a position that she doesn't look really weird. Like she kind of like, she looks a little weird when my arm's bent, but not like insanely so. Sometimes I see like tattoos in this particular spot where when you bend, it's like, what am I looking at? Or it's like unfortunate placement, but I'm not mad at her. This would have been one of my next ones. And this is Haku from Spirited Away. I love Studio Ghibli, but he's in very much like a little like illustration style. Yeah, he's cute. Again, it's very like there's a lot of pastels happening. And then maybe then this one. These are Beanie Babies, and that's because I'm a 90s baby. And like there's a lot happening. This whole arm I basically call my doodle arm, and it's basically like my childhood in an arm. That's what's happening. Theme is childhood. Just like here is Molly and the Dust Bunnies from the Big Comfy Couch, and the Dust Bunnies are just like sitting and cuddling, and Molly has like a little question mark because that's how she basically talked in the show, was just like a little like thought bubble. She never like said anything because she's a doll. This is, oh my god, I almost called her Lady Glitter Sparkles, but no, it's Princess Raincorn from Adventure Time. She's not, there's a lighter, that's just a filler piece. That's not part of the 90s childhood aesthetic, but it's a filler piece. But yeah, that's just Princess Raincorn. She's cute, she's pastel, just a baby. We have a ring pop. We have a Game Boy. Okay, these ones are a little more interesting. So this is the crow that was like, remember I had said I got a crow tattoo for my mom, but it was this way. This was the like cover up I did over it using the lines that were already there from the crow. Like his feet are in this flower and the beak is in this flower here. This hurts so bad. Tell me why. Like when I got them first tattooed, just like the lines, it was completely fine. But when I was doing like the black work over the tendons, like I wanted to like fall over and die. It hurt so bad, but it's cute. I left the cheeks white, but I think I want to go back and make them pink at some point, as well as like touch up the color. But I was in such agony with this black that like I know I'm gonna have to go back and add to it again, but it sucks so bad. This is my Calico Critter in the Plague Doctor mask. And I just think she's cute. Again, childhood. But like with a twist. This is her balloon. And her balloon has like a little goldfish in it. It's cute. This is a Polly Pocket. And this is obviously, if you have been around for a while, you know that this Polly Pocket is the Polly Pocket like mini sculpture I had made. Except for I made like a little emo girl, the Polly. We have a Mew from Pokemon. This was specifically chosen and designed to fit around the majority of the ditch because I was not wanting to tattoo this right away. Like that seems really painful. Eventually I might have bubbles and stuff like, eventually I might have like bubbles or filler pieces. But yeah, that one sucked. And I can tell I need to touch it up, but it hurt really bad. It's hard to show them without twisting them. I have a craft knife with some moths here. Oh, this is like for my kids. It's like their names, I guess, but it's like characters based on, like that their names were based off of. But like I drew, obviously all of this is like stuff I drew and stuff too. And then I have this like little farmer astronaut flower head. I just liked this. I just was having fun drawing and that's what this is. So like, okay, going up here. Sorry, my elbows are orange. It's from chalk pastel on my desk. But this one I definitely have to touch up. The positioning for doing this one was like atrocious. So he's just like a little like manta ray and he's got like little candies and flowers and stuff and a band-aid. Like, but you can see, oh, there's also a mole here. Like, so he's kind of got a beard. So we don't talk about that, okay? Like, just a little Polaroid camera in this like cute, like isometric style. I like to draw this way a lot. So I left this purposefully blank because I'll probably put something like in there at some point. There's just like a cow sticking his tongue out because I've told you I love cows and he's cute, right? And then I drew a whole series of like, if I twist my arm, oh my god, okay, I drew a whole series that are worm on a strings, and I decided to give myself this one, and it's just a skull with worm on the strings crawling out of him. And then this tattoo here is like my little matching, I have a pair of matching scissors with Hopeful Creation, and it's basically just like a combination of our logos. Like the heart is from his logo, the star's from mine, and then it's a combination of our colors, like the pastel blue, the pink, and the pastel-y orange to the yellow, because we have very similar branding colors, but yeah, that's what that is. But I have space here, so I have to put something here, and obviously, I don't know if this one was next. Was it next? I did my sternum, so this is where it's like, YouTube, don't take me down. Like, I'm just trying to like show a tattoo. Okay, so, let me just, how do I make this not rated R? Okay, we zoom in. Sorry. So I have a bat, And he's got these like 2 little ferns. And I'm sorry I'm pulling. Things probably look warped because I'm pulling, because I'm really trying not to be X-rated. But he's hanging upside down by his feet. And there's like these 2 little ferns. My wrist and this one were, I think maybe I have one other one that was as bad as this one. And I had to use numbing cream for this one, and I never use numbing cream, but I knew, especially like, picture me. Oh look, it's unwrapped, so picture this. Do you know how hard that is to do? Like, and to be looking down, like I was getting lightheaded. I got like the tattoo flu after that one. My body was like, why have you done this? Next up, I guess we have the couple on my calves, because I have a couple on my thigh here, but those are more recent. Okay, so next up, I did these at the same time. Okay, it starts here, and it like wraps, and it's just like a little strawberry plant. This was pretty painful, but only here, right over the bone, and then right here just above the ankle was pretty spicy. On the other leg at the same time, I did this one. It's just like different flowers. They're not strawberries this time, but it's the same idea where it like starts here and then wraps. There's like a symmetry thing going on my legs. So I did those, and then I did this one. So this is Forest Spirits. Also, sorry for the leg hairs. Also, I'm not sorry. I have leg hairs because I'm an adult. They're there. So this is a Forest Spirit with his like little vines, and he's just hanging under my knee. Again, super cute. I want to put something here to wrap and all this, but again, knees are a really spicy spot, and I'm putting them off. Okay, and then on the other side, I have my little ratty guy. He's just like a little rat with wings. And he's got like his little flowers. And like there's flowers, there's rats, it's a lot of animals. Yeah, I did these ones a couple weeks apart. They're both like different animals, but you can see their skeletons. So this one's a hummingbird, and you can see like his skeleton through him. And then the other one is a bat, and it looks a bit weird. Bats have super weird shaped skulls. So that's what's happening here. This one is definitely better than this one. This one needs a touch up. But this was so spicy, and I didn't use numbing cream, and I was suffering. All right, next I did my inner ankles. I have this like he's like a little alien cat. So he's just like a 3-eyed cat, and he's got like extra ears. One of my favorite tattoos I've done on myself, which is my alien bunny. He doesn't have extra ears or anything, but he has antenna, and he has 4 eyes, although 2 of them are hidden. I really like how his shading came out, and like, I don't know, I was really pleased with him. Finally, the 2 tattoos I guess I haven't shown are here, and they kind of look like one, but they're done at separate times, and there's going to be a 3rd one added, and then kind of like geometric lines, kind of like this one, to kind of pull it together. But again, when someone else is tattooing me, I can sit for hours, but if I'm tattooing myself, I've got like 2 hours in me max. So this was in May or June, like right before summer, because I had to be able to swim. But yeah, he's a snail. He's got a skull, and then there's some mushrooms, some like berry vines. And then this was from last week, and he's still healing a bit. Okay, so he's like a little dry. I need to actually put some Aquaphor on him. But it's just a bird. He's dead. He's got flowers protruding out of him. There's definitely like a heavy theme of like birds, flowers, bugs. I have some other ones planned for this leg. More bugs, more flowers, and I want it to be more like sleeves by the time I'm done with them. I also realized that I can tattoo the back of my thighs if I really want to. I will be able to do that. I have my inner thighs to do and my outers, but like this, sideways. It's not easy. What I can't reach is my back, my neck. I don't want the front of my neck tattooed. That, oh, even touching there makes me feel nauseous. So like, not today. And this whole arm, I want to be like patchwork like this one, but I want it to be like creepy cute, like just heavy black work. I think it's gonna be really pretty and fun and like a nice contrast to the other side that's all color, but like in the same kind of shapes and stuff. But yeah, that is my tattoo tour. I hope you enjoyed it. It's really like different from like the kind of content I usually do, but I think last time I posted about tattoo stuff, it was on the second channel, which is now just this channel, and it was just like showing that I was getting into tattooing, but I didn't really, I had planned on showing like a progress thing, but I completely forgot to film all the time. So yeah, if you follow if you're on TikTok and you follow Dollhouse Inc., I do post some of my tattoos over there. I'm really bad at remembering to post because I tattoo myself, but I have tattooed like other people. My tattoos on other people are better than my tattoos on myself. Is anyone surprised? No, because you're able to look at them properly and it doesn't hurt when you do it. So like, yeah. That's it for now though. If you're already subscribed, thanks so much for subscribing. If you're new here, I hope you like the content and consider subscribing. As always, I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.